What's up, guys? So this video is pretty long, so I broke it down into segments for you guys. We talk about some of my worst nightmares, and I saw this as a great opportunity to answer some of your guys' questions about how to be a YouTuber and techniques for filming and editing. So there you go. Enjoy. I have faced many nightmares in my life, this week being one of the worst in my professional career. Out of all the conceivable nightmares in history, there's one that men fear more than anything else in the world. Today we're going to talk about two kinds of nightmares. Throughout all of our adventures of 13 years on YouTube, there's one video that perfectly articulates what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, it only got about 50,000 views, so none of you have probably seen it. So I'm here to share a tale of courage, bravery, and overall absolute annihilation of one man's bobble sack. That's right, all men fear this day. Thankfully, this footage always cheers me up because it features the one that we call Joogman. For those of you who didn't watch the 24 hours trapped in a pool challenge, he was the douchebag that we wanted to destroy the entire time. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend it. It is amazing, masterful even. For now, it's time to bear witness to all men's worst nightmare. So it started off with a day skimming outside my house in Florida. I did a big air and clapped my schnuts pretty good, but it was nothing too crazy. Then, the next wave attempted. Joogman faces one of the toughest challenges ever faced by man. That solid, sharp piece of carbon fiber struck his jungle bridge with a vengeance. You have never seen someone swipe a credit card so hard in your life, and I found it to be hilarious. Joogman, however, was immediately concerned that he had become a woman. Unfortunately, this was not the case, but I did end up landing a sick air and the world's first ever done on a skimboard. That's cool.
That was the worst wreck I've ever seen in my life. Here, let me see if I can do an air now. Ready? Joke flip. I'm naming it and claiming it if I land it. Oh. Oh.
Jack Tenney of the JoogSquad here to keep you entertained through all of quarantine. Click the like button or Bigfoot will kiss your mother. It's been happening everywhere. It's kind of annoying. The last video got 400,000 views and only 50,000 likes. That means 350,000 people's mothers got kissed. You get to watch our videos for free, that's all we ask. But before we dive in too deep, I have to give a big shout out to Bang Energy and the Bang Energy CEO for fueling the dream. 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 artificial colors. It's a great alternative to any energy drink. Star Blast, my favorite flavor still, for sure. Now, Joogman has actually showed up on the channel getting nut-shotted before, but it only has 10,000 views. And in case you didn't know, we have done pretty much everything there is ever possibly to do in a backyard. Zip lines, trampolines, water slides, you name it, we've probably done it. So we had a zip line in my backyard, and one of the main rules was not to let the rope that you use to get the zip line back to the top of the tree hang in between your legs, because if it gets caught on something, you will be annihilated. Joogman did not listen, so I pulled the rope. Kinda got what was coming, I feel like. Also, the first Nightmare ever uploaded by the JoogSquad was our first video ever, and it's still on YouTube. I, unlike most YouTubers, do not delete all of the old videos that I posted. I left them up for all of you to laugh at. You can actually go to my channel, click videos, and then do date by oldest to newest. I have no idea what you're finding, but I can assure you the quality is absolute dog shit ass, and you will love it. Now for the nightmare that I've been facing for 3 days. The worst bug that I've ever experienced on my editor. So the last video I posted, it was actually supposed to go up 3 days before it did, but my computer and or my editor would not let me take it from my editor and put it on the internet, basically for short. Every time I tried to export something, Final Cut crashed. So I figured this is the perfect time to not only show you guys how to fix it, but to provide you guys with some legitimate solid advice from someone who's been making YouTube videos for 13 years, almost 14 years now. Honestly, I like to consider myself one of the most efficient editors on the planet. I've been using the same program for about 10 years, every single day, hours and hours a day. For all of you that don't know, I edit all of the videos on the JoogSquad channel. I've tried to hire editors, but they never have the same vision and idea that I do, and the video just ends up not being the way that I wanted it to be, and it's just been a very tedious, very frustrating experience. But, you know, in editing for 10 years, I've learned so much. I know so much about Final Cut, but I spent 3 days trying to fix a bug, and I tried everything in the fucking books to fix this video. If you ever plan on editing something, these next few minutes will be extremely helpful. I'm not only going to give you guys some of the best tricks and tips you could ever get in your life, I'm also going to go through a bunch of tips and tricks to help troubleshoot if you guys run into some errors. This is basically the editor's guide right here. If you pay attention, you can make art, you can make a masterpiece, you can become a YouTuber, and an excellent cameraman, because, just in case you forgot, my advice is the best. I am the greatest. Give me your mothers. I'm so stupid. If you are creative and you take my tips seriously and create your own style and you mess around and you scour the internet for more ways to get creative, you will become a good editor. So Final Cut decided that it didn't want to let me export anything. Nothing. I did an entire video on Final Cut and it would not let me export it, or export anything for that matter. This has never happened to me before, so I wanted to get to the bottom of it. First thing I tried was I turned my computer off and back on again. To no prevail. I really thought that that one would work. Tried closing Final Cut, reopening it, then I figured maybe there was a corrupt file in the video, so I edited and ran some tests. I took out certain clips that I thought might be the reason why it messed up. Then I tried to export, it still crashed, it didn't work, so I went and created an entire new library and tried moving the video from my old library to my new library, and boom, Final Cut crashed again. Same for any clip, any picture, any audio file, anything. I thought that it was maybe localized to a clip that I had just imported and it made my thing do something weird. But all of a sudden, my entire program, no matter what I tried to edit, no matter what I tried to do, no matter the 30 different ways that you can export, none of them worked. So we're into day 2. So my next move was to clear all proxy media and all the render files. If you use Final Cut, you need to do this often, probably every time you export a video or a project. It's important and it will keep your computer from filling up. Look, this is all you do. It's going to be on the screen. I'm going to try to put everything on the screen that I'm talking about, and then you can just watch what I do. I then read online that clearing the preferences and essentially resetting your Final Cut might work. So I opened Final Cut, I held down Control and Command, and I reset the preferences. I then went to try to export my video, and it crashed again. So I then updated my software on my computer, reset my entire computer, updated the software on Final Cut, and it still didn't work. The next thing that I wanted to try was finding the source file of the video I'm editing, put it on my hard drive, move the source file from my hard drive to my laptop, re-import all of the clips from the video that I edited to my laptop with hopes that it would restore all the clips on the editor on my laptop, and then I can export it from my laptop to YouTube so that you guys can watch the video. The only problem with that is it's not a permanent fix. My computer still won't let me export, the one that I spent $12,000 on. But, you know, I figured maybe I could at least get my YouTube video up. Nope, different versions of Final Cut, so I had to uninstall and reinstall Final Cut on my laptop, which did work, and I was able to export the video so that I could put it on YouTube, but my editor was still bugged. So the next thing I did was I took every fucking folder and every piece of everything that has ever been on my Final Cut, and I put it on my hard drive. I backed everything up twice. I uninstall Final Cut, reinstall Final Cut, re-add all of my work in, and it fucking worked. And that's all it took. And Hell, this is like my last ditch effort. Like the worst case scenario is uninstalling and reinstalling. That freaks me out. I don't know why. I just have a real problem with deleting the thing that I edited my video off of my computer and then reinstalling it. Even though I saved the source files and the projects, it still really freaked me out. But all those things that I said are actually really good tips on how to troubleshoot Final Cut if it's ever not working. So let's get into some stuff that actually might help you guys to become YouTubers and creators, or at least teach you guys to use an editor. Something I think that everyone should do. I always said it, one of my favorite parts about being a YouTuber is being able to create memories and look back on memories for the rest of my life. Like, I've gone on some of the most insane adventures. I've filmed pretty much every exciting aspect of my life, and I can just log onto my computer or hop on my phone and relive just some of the most amazing moments, and it just makes you feel like you're there, and it gets you excited to want to move forward and to want to work hard so that you can continue to travel. And I think everyone should have a YouTube channel, and I've been saying this for 10 years now. So you want to become a YouTuber, right? But you don't have a camera. Shut up, shut your face hole. Keep your stupid face from making any more noise because you have a phone. You see this? You see all those fucking cameras behind me? Do you see all those cameras? Look at this. Do you see this? Do you see these? These cost a lot of money. Guess what? My phone is better than fucking all of them. Jesus, why do I have to why can't you just look up the specs? You should already know this. If you want to be a YouTuber, you should already know this. The only thing that is better about any of those cameras is the fact that they have nice lenses. My phone is better than every single camera that I own except for the one that you're watching on right now. I know, it doesn't make any sense, but the thing is I use my cell phone for probably more than 50% of my videos. I'd say like 80% of my videos has phone clips in it because these things are so fucking nice. Pro tip for all you groms out there, this is a camera and a computer. Treat it as such. Don't throw it around. Don't put a camera in the same pocket as keys, as change, as lighters, as anything. Of course, I drop it sometimes. People are spoiled nowadays. They don't realize how sophisticated and how incredible this piece of technology that we all keep in our back pocket is. You can make $1 million off of this. You can make a movie off of this. You can write a #1 Billboard song on this thing if you try hard enough. Don't ever underestimate this technology. This is a blessing. 100 years ago, if you told somebody that you had the answer to every question in your pocket, they would laugh at you. Yeah, you got that now, so utilize that shit. Get off your ass. Stop being lazy. You can learn everything on this thing. Might have gone into a little bit more of a red than I had planned, but I feel like that's very important. So, you know, like the thing is I use Final Cut Pro, yeah, but you can use iMovie, you can use Adobe. I don't really like Adobe that much. I think it's a little bit too complicated. To be honest, I always felt letting the footage speak for itself was everything. Like, you can have footage that's so good that it doesn't even need to be edited. And I feel like a lot of people really over-edit and get really flashy when it comes down to it. All you need to do is have, like, clean, smooth transitions. Like, lately I've been using glitch effect transitions when I want to go from scene to scene. And then I just go on YouTube and I look up glitch sound effects or, like, static or something, and then I add the static with the glitch sound effect and it looks like this.
Feeling down.
Boom, beautiful, right? Another thing that's very underutilized is just simple crossfade transitions and hard cuts. Like, everyone wants to use all this crazy flashy effects and everything. I think it's stupid. I think that you should let the footage speak for itself. There's definitely a place and time for cool transitions and cool effects, but it all comes down to your personal preference and what you like and what you think is cool. I personally think that if stuff is over edited, it looks dumb. And if it's too flashy and like, I just want it to look cool, and I want it to be chill, and I want it to just be consumable where you don't feel like you're in like a rave or you're getting an epileptic seizure just from watching somebody's video that they edited. The best advice that I could ever give you as well, whatever program you're using, spend at least 8 to 10 hours watching tutorials and navigating your editor while watching tutorials, just learning how to do stuff. Because I watch so many tutorials, and every time I watch a new tutorial about Final Cut, I learn something new. So don't try to be independent and be stubborn and act like you know how to do everything on your own. There's a lot of people out there who are far better than you or I at editing and can teach us a lot. So learn from people who have already put in the time to become an editor, and you know, just generally just put some effort into it. Like when you're filming on your phone, don't be filming like this. Maybe lock those elbows into your chest and go like that. And then it'll be smoother. Look at that, look at that. It's like a tripod with your arms. Or like, you know, if you can find something to like mount your arm on, like put it on a desk or put it on anything. Just if you can put your arm against something and then hold your arm with your other arm, or hold your phone with two hands and just find a stable shot, you can make stuff look really, really, really good. And phones are underutilized by a lot of people. You could be a full-time YouTuber with this right here. You don't need much else. That's pretty much my rant. I got through my nightmare. I'm able to upload videos for you guys still. That's pretty lit. Drop a like on this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your contribution to this channel. It is a vase. We got new Bigfoot merch coming out soon. I'm tired. This was a long commentary. I'm sorry if I blabbered on and on for a million hours, but you know what? I think you guys learned. I think you learned. I think you're ready to kiss moms. I think you're ready to make videos of kissing moms. It's a video.